Out of these 37 posts, 35 were checked and corrected by native speakers. Hey, my fellow English learner, if you're trying to improve your writing skills in English on your own, you probably ask yourself from time to time if the way you write sounds natural at all, and what kinds of mistakes you're making without even realizing it. Feedback from a teacher or a knowledgeable person can be extremely helpful with that, but it can get really expensive. There are quite a few places on the internet where you can get feedback for free, but how reliable are they? That's why today I decided to try out one place on Reddit where you can post text in English and they get corrected by native speakers. So here is a subreddit called WriteStreak If you're not a Reddit user, I'd highly recommend you to check out this platform because you can find a lot of communities there around your favorite hobbies. The rules in WriteStreak are simple. You write one post a day in English on any topic you choose. You can have one day a week off, but other than that, you're expected to write pretty much consistently. And this is called a streak. If you write for a month, you'll have a 30-day streak. Why would you do it? Besides getting feedback on your writing and improving your English this way, there are also a couple of things worth mentioning. By writing every day, you're developing the habit of using English and thinking in English on a variety of topics. By creating a continuous streak, you're adding a bit of gamification to your learning, and this can boost your motivation to continue practicing. Also, seeing other people doing the same thing you do can help your motivation. It definitely helped me to stay on track. Consuming content is way easier than producing it, and I can say that this little experiment wasn't challenging for me. I started it with a lot of enthusiasm, as I usually do. Expressing yourself in English is fun, but the longer my streak became, the more I started procrastinating on writing till late in the evening, and my brain doesn't work in the evening at all. So my advice to you would be, know yourself and use this knowledge to really make your studying more efficient. Sometimes I struggled with the topics. When you see a blank piece of paper, a blank screen, you can feel yourself to be out of ideas on what to write. I wrote about things I experienced or just random thoughts on random topics. I wrote a lot about sewing, language learning, and reading because these are my hobbies. If you find yourself struggling with topics, you can find a bunch of them on the internet. Or you can just write about what you learned today or how you feel. I also created this list of topics you can take a screenshot of and use for a speaking or writing challenge. Now let's talk about feedback. I created 37 posts in 38 days. I took a break once and wrote more than 6,500 words in total. Out of these 37 posts, 35 were checked and corrected by native speakers. 10 posts didn't have any mistakes, and one of my texts had a lot of them. I got quite a few comments on how my writing sounded natural, and I was really glad to hear that, because it's been literally years since I tried to show my writing to a teacher, and I had no idea if I sounded natural or not. It's really great to finally receive a confirmation that you're moving in the right direction. It can be really hard to receive critique on your writing. Keep your ego in check. Take criticism well and appreciate help. You're there to learn. Also, it's a really good idea to proofread everything you write and to challenge yourself. You can ask native speakers about grammar, but be prepared that not a lot of them can explain it. Native speakers use the language without actually thinking about it much. And that is why they correct your mistakes by feeling that something is wrong with the way you write. Learn to be an independent learner and find the answers for yourself. Google them. When someone points out a mistake in your writing, think about it. Why this is wrong, analyze it. You also don't have to agree with all the corrections, but keep them in mind. I received a few comments from Americans, I think, that I should have used past simple instead of present perfect because it sounded better to them. In American English, past simple is just more common, but it's not a mistake to use present perfect in many situations. So was this experiment a success? Yeah, I think so. I practiced my writing in English for more than a month, learned what kinds of mistakes I was making, felt this connection with other language enthusiasts, and now I know this place that I can share with you guys. You won't lose anything by trying out this challenge, and Reddit in general is an excellent place for practicing your English. By the way, what do you struggle with the most? Writing English or speaking English? I would love to hear your answers in the comments down below. I also did a speaking challenge, so you can check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time with more awesome language content.